Hey, welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be doing cloud nails. We're going to do it over top of a jelly nail background. So we're going to take our gel polish color and we're going to mix a little bit of that into our no wipe top coat, like so. And then we're going to test out that transparency of the color on the nail. And then if we need to add more gel polish color, we can do so. The ratio is usually about 3:1. So 3 parts no wipe top coat and then 1 part gel polish color. I'm using color 295 from BioChic. And then I'm just gonna get that all nice and even, and I'm gonna put it in my lamp for 30 seconds. While that's curing, I'll clean off my station, and then we're actually gonna be doing an ombre jelly background, so I'm gonna figure out a color to go with this beautiful teal. So I think I wanna choose something kind of periwinkle, just like that. And I'm gonna put a dot of that on my palette as well as another dot of my no wipe top coat. So I'll do the same thing, mix the ratio about 3:1. You can always come in and add more color if you need. And then I'm gonna put that on the tip of the nail. I'm gonna paint about halfway up to do my ombre. So then I'm gonna take my ombre brush and I'm gonna ombre and get that nice blend. It's lovely doing designs over top of ombre because it doesn't have to be a perfect ombre that way. We all know how hard gel ombres are. And it's also really nice doing ombres with jelly colors because they are much more forgiving. Okay, so now we're gonna do the same thing again. A little bit more teal and then a little bit more periwinkle, just so that we can get a little bit more of a color variance on our ombre. And paint that halfway down the nail, and then use my ombre brush to blend the lines. And then cure for 30 seconds. And then 1 last coat of periwinkle. And then we'll paint that on the tip. And now we've got a nice soft ombre background for our clouds to lay on top of. You want to be careful not to mix too much color because you do still want the nails to be jelly. You want them to have light shining through them. Beautiful. So we're going to put that in the lamp for 30 seconds, clean up our station, and get our white ready. So I'm using BioChic number 1. I really like hand painting with their gel paints. They're quite pigmented and easy to work with. So we'll put a dab of that on our palette. And to paint the clouds, you need to use a detailer brush. So you'll take either a tiny detail brush made for doing like swirls, or a fine line detailing brush, either will work. And you will dip it into your white gel and have the product quite heavy on your brush. As you can see here, I've got quite a bit of white on my brush. That's great. I want lots of white so that I have enough gel to ombre down into the cloud to make it kind of have that wispy, soft vibe on the bottom. So we're doing like an outline top on the cloud and then ombreing down. So we're just painting that fluffy cloud appearance, the top edges of it. And then we're gonna take the same detailing brush, we're gonna clean it off, and then we're gonna use our detailing brush to kind of pat downward on the lines that we already drew to kind of blend those lines out. So you can either use the same detailing brush or you can even use an ombre brush. I actually prefer to use an ombre brush, but it really depends on the size of the cloud that you're doing. So for these clouds, obviously this is on a long, big ass nail, but on a lot of people's fingers, the clouds will have to be quite a bit smaller, and therefore you'll kind of have to use your detailing brush. Just so you can see the difference here. Just a lot easier doing it with an ombre brush. So I'll do these first 2 clouds with my ombre brush, and then I'll do my last one in the detailing brush, just to give you an idea. So every time I pull my hand away there, I'm cleaning my brush. So just that pat, pat, pat motion, blending out those lines, cleaning it, and then blending out that line again. Beautiful. So we'll cure that. And then what's going to really make our clouds look spectacular is doing a second layer of clouds. So this time we're going to be layering them in behind or in front of the clouds that we've already created. So we're going to do the same thing and draw the top outline of our clouds with our detailing brush. So this one I'm going to do right in front of this other cloud. I think it's going to look really cute. And making sure that you have enough white that you're laying down, because you need enough white to be able to ombre down afterwards. So if you only draw a skimpy little thin white line, you're not going to have enough product to ombre down afterwards. I believe I come back in afterwards and add more white because I realized that I did this before I go to ombre them down. Yeah, right here. So yeah, adding a little bit more white, just making sure I actually have enough product to pull downwards, and then taking my ombre brush and softening those edges. You can even kind of hold your brush to the side if you're doing a smaller cloud, so you're not poking too much at it, if that makes sense. Oop, kind of got a muck up there. It's okay, I can come in with my gel brush and tidy up that little corner. No big deal, they're just clouds. They're supposed to look fluffy. They don't have to be perfect, you know? And you can always come in after and clean up any edges. So we'll soften that edge out a little bit more, and then we'll move to the next one. Just softening those bottoms. I love this look. So now we've created lots of depth with our clouds. And then we're going to take our white detailing brush before we cure, and we're just going to clean up some of those top edges of the clouds. And then we'll cure for 30 seconds. And I just wanted to show you some cute kind of things that you can do over top of your clouds. My girl Mia from Nail Room YYC makes these super, super cute little decals that look super duper cute over top of clouds. So anyways, I just wanted to show you something cute that you could do over top of the clouds, but for today we're just going to be doing stars. So first we're going to take our gel liner brush with a little bit of white on it, not much white at all. In fact, that was too much white. Now I'm going to have to go in and fill the rest of that cloud in. Perfect. So I'm just going to lightly scratch a little bit of white gel on the base of each one of these clouds, just to give it a little bit more definition. You definitely don't need to do this step, but I kind of like the way that this looks on these clouds, especially since we're going for more of a kawaii vibe. So notice I'm just barely putting any white on there, just to give it a little bit of a pop. And then I'm going to take my gel liner brush and I'm going to start painting stars. So make sure when you're doing the star and you're doing this first vertical line that it's actually vertical and it's not going from the cuticle area down towards the tip. You don't want it to be parallel with the side of the nail, like with the angle of the stiletto, because it'll look stupid. You just need it to be perfectly straight up and down. And then you'll do a line intersecting it, perfectly perpendicular, and then you'll bridge the gaps in between like I did here. And then I'm just taking my brush and lengthening out those edges to make it look super beautiful and long. Then this one I'm just doing like a Louis Vuitton style star, same thing, just with a little gap in between. And then I'm gonna plop one more star down here. And do it the same as the first one, 2 intersecting lines, and then just filling in the little gaps in between. amazing. Sweet. So then once that's done, we're going to take our dotting tool and we're just going to do a couple little stars here and there, little dots, just to kind of fill in the background a bit, give it a bit more of a kawaii vibe. Very cute. And then we'll cure for 30 seconds and then we'll top coat. So you can do matte or shiny. They both look phenomenal. I feel like with jelly nails, shiny shows the jelly a little bit better. So I'm going to do jelly today, or sorry, I'm going to do shiny today, just so that you can really see the light shining through afterwards. So I'll put that on and I'll cure it for 30 seconds. And then look at this. So you can see the light shining through it. Super beautiful, soft, cute little kawaii clouds. Thank you so much for watching today.